the rules. They couldn't make it. So then the next match was supposed to start 2:30, and they were able to make it in time. But Fnatic gets one win because Adroit counts as a forfeit if you can't make it here in time. ESL rules and the pitchforks, I can hear them being sharpened for us, you know, but rules are rules, and it's really unfortunate. Still, if you don't do it this way, any other team can also come late and say, hey, we had this reason or that reason. So,
yeah,
you know, shout outs to the admins for having the stones to actually go with it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, we only hear about the admins when they do something poorly. You never hear about the admins when an event goes flawlessly, but you know, everything was pretty good here throughout, at least the SCA. Everything I've experienced here with the admins have been fantastic, so shout out to the admins here, because I know they're undoubtedly going to get some flack over this for just doing their job. But anyway, at the end of the day, Fnatic here will have a 1-game lead. Of course, that's not going to be marked, but we'll remind you throughout the stream because we know you're a little bit forgetful. But anyway, you can't forget this hero, Solardar, going to be first picked here in the draft.
I like what Fnatic does with the ban on Silencer, which we've seen Mac use mid to win against Armel. They're like, you know what, we don't want you to have this. Even though I think this is the first time we've seen Silencer actually ban this tournament. And such a respect ban, you know, because there's like, nope, we don't want Mac to have it. Whereas Adroit bans kind of standard heroes with the Void Threat, Snapfire. Kind of weirder to see, but who are they going to go with?
The Morph.
They're going to go with the Morphling.
That's either a Morph or a Huskar. Are we going to see the TNC special here against Fnatic? Phase 1, not likely here, but maybe just trying to get Fnatic to waste a ban on them.
That is smart. But yeah, they take the win to Wyvern, which, you know, we talk about heroes, support heroes that can just sort of change the tune of the game. Last game we had a Nyx Assassin and a Disruptor, and those heroes, they really, if you're losing, you can never look at them and be like, can you guys win the game? But you can with the Winter Wyvern. Fnatic though goes with one of the better heroes to have against Winter Wyvern, which is the PL firstly with a Diffusal Blade. It doesn't matter if someone is Cold Embrace, you can still at least burn the mana, if not even just kill them with the mana burn damage. And secondly, good luck casting the Winter's Curse on them. You oftentimes will just cast the Winter's Curse on someone else and hope the PL illusions can kill them for you.
Yeah. Exactly. Because the PL simply, maybe for like the first 10 minutes of the game, if you get an early level 6 on the Wyvern, maybe you get one Winter's Curse onto him when he doesn't have a million illusions or a Manta Style, you know, etc. Et
or he's like teleporting, you know, you're like, hey.
But
I think the one who teleports is the real one.
Yeah, for teleport, that's going to be the exception, the Manix or the BKB one, right? That's the other exception. But yeah, he's very rarely going to be the target, but with a Slardar at least, it's always really nice. Someone with high right-click damage. It's always nice to have the Winter's Curse on your side. It also pretty much will get rid of any Faceless Void picks as well, just because you can't possibly. It's just the Chronospheres aren't possible against Wyvern.
To be fair, I don't think Fnatic was actually considering going for him because they already have the PL carry in the off lane.
You are correct. Very wise observation, also.
And you can see Fnatic, they're actually banning heroes that have good AoE damage. You have the Necro as well as the ET, whereas Adroit gets the puck in return. Still, was really good. I believe when you Dream Coil the PL, he can't actual doppelganger out of it.
That's correct.
So it is just one of the better counters to have. You're like, I'll just Dream Coil where there's a lot of them. And there you go, you get them.
It's very easy to accidentally get him to snap because you're just so fast with the Phantom Rush.
True, that's another point. And we have seen Adroit play, like again, not sure if it's Adroit or it was a pub I played where you get the Force Staff on the puck and just push them out of it. And ES comes out, the TNC special.
Okay, so this still works. Sometimes though, we've seen I think at WSG, I think it might have been 496. The way they played it, they took the Shaker from TNC. But and then they only got one level in the Enchant Totem, and obviously played it as a support, so that Morph didn't really have a whole lot of reason to steal.
Whoa! Right? Magnus comes out. I mean, here's the thing: Morphling is a good hero, whether he has the Earthshaker or not. Just the Earthshaker is just like one of the best, if not the best, person to copy. I was watching Fails of the Week, and there's an Earthshaker who just doesn't put points in Enchant Totem at all. You know, Morphling transforms and he's like, wait, what? Really? You did not even one? Not even a pity Enchant Totem? So, Adroit, they go with the Magnus. Again, I love this, but it's such a such a tanky group of heroes we have on both sides, really.
Yeah.
Morphling, Magnus, Earthshaker, PL, Slardar. Like, there's a lot of to chew through for both teams.
I mean, who is this better for, though? Because PL doesn't mind long fights because then you're out of mana by the end of it, right? It's the same rule with a lot of these agility heroes. They attack pretty fast, with the exception of Morphling, but not a whole lot of damage is kind of the general rule of thumb. But now you got Mag with the Empower buff, right? You got PL, he's going to be hitting hard. Do you just go for these really long team fights here? Do you get something like an Ember Spirit, perhaps, for Fnatic?
I was thinking Adroit Spirit might actually be better for Adroit, but where do they go? They go for the DB. Yeah, you gotta get some range heroes, because you got 3 melee, making it very easy for you to get a good RP right now. Especially you have the Winter Wyvern set up and the Dream Coil. Looking at Adroit's lineup with a team fight is ridiculous. Fnatic, of course, they still have, they have the Echo Slam and they have the Exorcism. That's nothing to sneeze at, but if I had to pick one, I'd say Adroit has a... I'd rather not go against their team fights, PL, a little bit weaker early game as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting because on Fnatic, you got 2 of these types of heroes that are the blink and then immediately stun. A pretty good AoE around you, right? The Slaughter, Crush, and obviously the Shaker. So I think Adroit are really going to need to be on their A game here and just watch their positioning. You got to watch the grouping, especially pushing high ground against Fnatic right now. Could be really terrifying. Just because for both teams, for both teams, you're totally right.
Terrifying, really.
Yeah, terrifying. Yeah, both teams have to be on their A game here with their positioning. So, sometimes it's easy to get in your own head about that and be a little bit too far away from an ally to, like maybe the cold embrace, the cast range, not great. You're a little bit too far away because you don't want to get echo slammed, So it's definitely one of these things that could potentially happen.
A bit less when it comes to magic damage. Neither team really has. I mean, they have decent magic damage on both, but Echo Slam is only great against a lot of grouped up heroes. Earthshaker, other than that, he's fine. He's more of a lot of control. Death Prophet's Exorcism is physical damage as well, so a lot of her magic damage is going to come from the shockwavy thing. What's it called?
Wait, the shock on Magnus? The shockwavy thing is
Death Prophet. No, Death Prophet. What's her thing called?
What's her Q? Crypt Swarm.
Crypt Swarm. Thank you.
I got you.
Panga comes out as the last ban. Adroit again. They want heroes who can just go in close and catch the Earthshaker and the Slardar. So a bit different for Fnatic. They want range heroes now. You do not want to group up. Monkey King is still available. I think either team can really use the Monkey King pretty well. No, obviously, Fnatic they're going to go with the Oracle. Adroit, they already have 2 cores, but don't want to go offlane Monkey King. That's just a bad idea right there. Who are the offlaners that they have right now? Mars is kind of... I mean, it's a hero. It's an option. I don't know if they want to go for it.
Yeah, I think...
Abaddon, Omni Knight.
Bunch of Mars. Sam H loves Mars. He's been playing so much Mars.
Abaddon's pretty good because you can just press R if you get Echo Slam, shield someone else. Pretty good stuff. Legion Commander's available. You do want something, I think you would like something with Dispel. You are up against a Slardar, so a Dispel would be nice. And all 3 Dispel heroes, the common ones, the Elsie, the Omni, and the Abaddon are all available. Other than that, you might want to get a Mars, maybe, although I like the hero, but I don't think we see it at all.
I
Watch
think
Adroit.
The danger with that is that kind of puts your team fight into this like wombo combo-y situation, which is kind of hard to set up. Sure, you land one good Mars ult, and then the others fall into place, right? The Dream Coil, the Winter's Curse, the RP, those are all trivial after the Mars ulti. But I feel like you're putting a lot of eggs into that basket there. Then again, Fnatic, is their pick-off that strong that they won't be able to man-fight like that? So they're going to go for Underlord instead. I like this better because I think it's a little bit of a mix of the 2, and they've got a lot of melee heroes. So traditionally very strong against the PL, right? Because he's a melee core with the Atrophy Aura. Sure, he's not going to have any mana, but as long as he gets off 1 Pit of Malice, which is quite easy to do because you just drop it and forget it. Fnatic might set themselves up for the RP, the Winter Wyvern ulti at all, Yeah,
I mean, and another thing is like you have 2 strategies for Adroit. Either you can find a way to sort of like maneuver around the big ultimates, or you're just gonna say, let's just tank them. Let's just tank them, and they're not that much damage. We'll get if you get a Crimson Guard and you get a pipe, a lot of Fnatic's damage is removed. You know, the illusions will do nothing against the Crimson Guards for your whole team. You get a Greaves there, it becomes really hard. Fnatic has a lot of spread out damage, but they don't have this one unit who does like a finger, you know, like a huge damage on one unit. So I feel like Adroit's draft is a little better right now.
I have to agree, with the exception that DP has 5 fingers clearly, but I also kind of do like Adroit's better draft a bit better too. I think their team fight falls into place pretty easy here, whereas Fnatic might kind of have to wait for a misplay or some poor positioning out from Adroit, which is still possible.
Of course, like we haven't actually seen Fnatic. We've only been casting Adroit's game till now, so. But both teams are top 2 in their groups, and they were up against some impressive teams. Adroit was up against TNC to get here, so nothing to sneeze at, because we know Fnatic must have been against some pretty impressive teams as well.
Adroit not only against TNC, but 2-0'd TNC, it should be noted. Yeah. So I think Adroit are technically the higher seed going into this, so they might be a slight favorite, but of course we've got a lot of fan favorites here on the side of Fnatic. Let's just go through their roster. If you're just joining us here from the B stream, welcome. It's Seek and Strike and Otomo here. If you've been here all along, I'm surprised you're still here. But they did get the Natsumi Morphling, so that's something to watch out for, right?
Yeah, I believe he's undefeated on his Morphling, you know. He picked it like 6 games in the group stage. So, Adroit.
DJ on the Shaker, right? Ice, Slardar. Got Jabs on the Oracle. Who's the mid laner again? Of course, it's Moon. And who could forget? 23 Savage, man. Who could forget?
Yeah, 23 Savage was just at the Parabellum as one of the analysts, and he had a lot of good insights about the game.
Really now?
But
did he leak any strats with you?
He was saying that Crystal Maiden is coming back as a carry.
Okay, so you heard it here first, guys. Off-lane Maiden, you take that 250 attack speed talent, or 150 attack speed talent. Deso.
With the Techies mid, 251 damage. There you go.
It's the highest damage talent in the game, actually.
You never see it coming. But let's introduce Adroit. They have Boomy on the position for Puck. Bach on the Underlord. Usually goes with Enchantress, but he is on the Underlord. It was actually banned against him. Natsumi on the Morphling, which we already mentioned. We have Winter Wyvern being played by CML. And lastly, Mac on the Magnus. Mac has had a phenomenal tournament. We talked about Adroit and we mentioned all the players. They've all played fantastic. But Mac on the mid lane has never lost in the mid matchup.
We'll see how he does here against the ranged Death Prophet of Moon. As we just get started here, I just want to remind you that Fnatic do have a 1-game lead here in this best-of-3 series. Unfortunately, Team Adroit did have some internet issues. Regrettably, they could not make it into the lobby per the rules, so they did have to forfeit that game, number 1. But they are now, don't worry, they can still get to the major here. There is going to be a 3rd-place match, the winner of which will qualify to the ESL 1 LA Major. So don't worry if you're a big Adroit fan, because they still, if they lose, not saying they will, they might have a chance tomorrow. They might just reverse sweep Fnatic here, which would also be incredible, as we have some internet issues already. So I think the pauses are going to be quite normal this game. Hopefully they're not too bad though, right?
Yeah, I hope so too, because Adroit, you know, they really need this game. You know, they need to win this game just to have a best of 1. You know, to qualify for the major. I understand Seek and Strike, because I believe it was completely your decision to give them the loss, just your decision.
Yeah, you know, it was really funny. The ESL president, Barack Obama, came up to me and they knocked on my door and they're like, Mr. Seek and Strike, you know, we have this issue. We need you to solve it. And I said, okay. They lose game 1. And they said, okay, the onus is now all on you. And I said, okay, great. You can quote me on that. It was a fantastic exchange, and that is all my fault. That's absolutely correct.
Completely. Tweet at him at seekandstrike at twitter.com. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You can send me your fan mail at seekandstrike Dota at seekandstrike DOTA Dota as in Dota 2 the video game.
Well, anyway, let's look at the draft. So, Fnatic, we're saying they're going to have a tiny bit of a harder time. They do have Oracle for saves, which they are definitely going to use. It's great against the Winter Wyvern if he's ever whoever gets caught. And they're going to have a hard time killing Oracle. I'm more feeling later with the E-Blade might be able to reach him, but overall, I feel like Oracle should do generally okay, unless he gets hooked down by the puck in the Morphling. Earthshaker has to play a lot like the Magnus this game, where they're both sort of the counter to each other. You know, you're like, oh, RP, I don't want to stick together. Oh, Echo Slam, same thing. Yeah. Slardar is basically going to be the same, doing the same thing as well. Ice on the Slardar. I miss his Pango. You know, I remember when he would be playing Pango and he'd be like, yeah, that's it. That's a win for them. Well,
I do want to mention as well, bring up that the Oracle pick is quite nice here against the mid lane mag, because if you ever spot a carry at the start of a team fight, just throw a quick Fortune's End at them to purge off a lot of their damage there with the Empower.
There you go, guys. MMR tips for you to help. You will be gaining so much MMR if you pick Oracle versus Magnus, right?
I mean, probably not that. I mean, Oracle's pretty strong right now, honestly. The issue in pubs, and this is actually another hero, we brought this up yesterday, because I think there was something, we were talking about Medusa, right? How Medusa has one of the lowest win rates. I wouldn't be too surprised if at lower MMRs, you know, something like 5Ks, they don't really know how to play Dota, right? Like me and you do.
Of course, yes.
That's a joke, but like, you know, some of the lower ranks, even the mid ranks, they don't really understand how the Oracle ulti works. They just never bother to learn. They see a big bright light above their hero and they just panic and try and TP home. You know, it doubles the healing, you know, but you have to have some communication with your team to be able to get that strong dispel and then just let the Oracle just keep healing you. You just got to keep doing your thing as well. Okay, no, well, there we go. That is going to be how Mac feels about this situation, unfortunately.
Yep, free advertisement.
Free advertisements. They are not an official advertising partner here of ESL. One such partner is... I was going to go with DHL this time, but it sounds like you want me to bring up the Mercedes S-Bands.
Which is super reliable, unlike some internets. You know,
apparently, as Adroit here are having some issues now. We will, of course, be we are plugged in with the admins. You know, we got the switchboard all connected. So we will hopefully be able to bring you all the up-to-date updates, I guess, up-to-date updates. But apparently the Dota UI is currently bugged, as the admin did input the 1-0 score. So as a reminder, Fnatic up 1-0 if you're just joining us in this enthralling pause. Truly stricken.
Well, mid lane Magnus against the Death Prophet. A little bit annoying for the Magnus, because when you get there, you'll be Spirit Siphoned. So, but I think overall, Mac will have an easy time just, you know, laning. They should be able to just trade farm, no kills. But Mac might need to use more regen. Trying to think about the other matchups here. Bach as well as Boomy. Bach should do okay, because I mean, he could run at the...
Sorry, just ice. Ah, no, give him the minute back. No, ice, what have you done? He smites them. 10 minutes is not enough. And there's just red arrows here on the side of Adroit. Let's see. Sorry to cut you off, but I just... Obviously, ice is able to... He goes Super Saiyan mode through the internet cables, across the underwater ocean internet cables, and just nukes and ganks Adroit's internet. Oh,
yes,
you hate to see it.
I imagine every single person involved in watching this will handle this very maturely, and there will be no issues if a forfeit happens. Oh God, Adroit.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine training all this time, your best, you know, beating TNC 2-0, reaching the qualifier game.
This baby switch. Yes, sorry, continue.
Then you reach at this point that your internet just can't connect, and you're like, oh, well, that's life.
What is this? Longanisa. Oh, this is Spanish. This is like chorizo. Longanisa is real good, guys. You definitely should try that. Chicken adobo, also quite tasty. Can confirm.
Oh yeah, we can talk about recipes and food now. I mean, what else are we gonna say here?
I mean, you know, we got a rotation. Yeah, we got a rotation here from DJ. He's at the boots. Does not start with any actually health regen here, so he might have a rough time if he gets early harassed here by the Adroit squad, but Observer Ward probably gonna try and be planted. We do have an Obs Ward guiding him here.
There's a connection.
There's a reconnect. Okay, we'll see what he says. Oh, there's 2.
Oh, 3.
Goodness, it's happening, boys.
I guess Ice removed his ban on their internet. He's like, guys, I can't DDoS them any longer.
You can't.
Yeah.
He's you know, you look into his eyes and it's just the Matrix code, you know, just raining down. He's got like, you know, he's got like the nosebleed for that all telekinetics must have according to all media.
Oh. Still have the level 1 atrophy on Underlord. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is. I suppose, I mean, this lane is quite squishy, right? So normally you want to go for Firestorm against some tankier people. 620 health on both the Oracle and the PL. So maybe he just wants to try and mess with the CS a bit more, because I feel like you normally do see the Firestorm early, don't you?
Yeah, usually. But, yeah. And I guess there's no illusions as well, so... Oh, I guess just to mess up the CS, you know? You go in there, you're like, I'm about to see... Oh, wait, my damage is reduced by 3. Level 1 atrophy... What was it? 5%? Dude, it used to be 10.
For atrophy?
Like 10. Yeah, atrophy. It's like 5% now reduction.
All right, here we go. Jabs, he's going to have to make the call here for the admin, and we will see how it plays out. As they are trying to reconnect. My name is March. Ah, of course. Ice. He's aware with all of the memes. There's the haha. Ice. The man of the people here. Just keeping it light. Keeping it light in between the in here. Oh boy. Ice. 23 Savage taking the blame.
This is just like when you're playing a pub and one of you 2 guys disconnect and one of them's like, he comes back, he's like, my friend is coming.
Yeah.
He's on the way. He's on the way here, guys.
You'll take full responsibility, bro. Well, it's good to see that at least the players are obviously not going to be too happy here on the side of Adroit, and probably Fnatic. I mean, you know, they are competitors, so you know, you give them a win and they'll take it. But of course, you know, the Ice. You know, he's a man of the honor. 2 more minutes, and I will be forced on pause.
Oh, there you go. They're here.
Yeah, so they all are here. So it looks like they do have 2 more minutes of pause. We will have an unpause. We will get past the first minute. The neutral creeps will spawn in this match as we now get underway once again in our first semifinals. Of course, the winner of this best-of-3 series, of which Fnatic has a 1-game lead, will proceed directly to the ESL LA Major.
It's gonna be easy trade for Boomy in the bottom lane. You can already see he's going up against Jabs. 58 damage, 1 armor to 43, and oh well, he goes 2 armor. Yeah, he's got 1 more armor more on the Oracle, but the 15 damage is too high. And nice snipe on the range creeps with the Fortune's End right there.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember that's half the creep experience, so if you can deny it, it's a big deal.
It is a really big deal. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of cores, especially mid lane. So, yep, like just exactly like that. The Crypt Sword will be used as well, hitting Mac for that extra harass damage and to secure the range creep. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tough here, especially because they do keep buffing the DP. They want her back, don't they? Rock wants her back in the meta.
Man, she's doing well in this lane. She's 9-4. I mean, Mac, obviously the creeper is actually just reaching now, the second one. So he'll be able to farm well, and he has way more base damage than the DP. Actually, no. I mean, she's got 76, he's got 85 because of Empower, but that's a huge amount of damage to start with. Oh, well, of course, you know, she's got the null talisman.
It's going to go to Mo now, 77 plus 2 damage versus the Mag. Mag, of course, the melee heroes generally have a little bit more damage starting out, but even Mag with the Empower, he can't really trade as evenly as he probably would like to.
Yeah, he's having a bit of problems with that, but even so, he is on the road to recovery. And Jabs, hello, him and Boomy.
good damage actually. Getting the creep involved here as well. Oh, actually, wow! That was the entire duration there of the illusory orb. Very well played. And here we go. Another pause. Natsumi. We are gonna run out of pause timers soon. The admin, of course, paying attention. So, don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry.
Fnatic has like a stopwatch. Every time a pause come out, they're like, 3 seconds.
I think they're in control of the top lane. CML actually got the Arctic Burn to flight across the fissure, so he's gonna be a-okay. It's a very clean first blood kill there.
Yeah, that kill on the Puck, it was because Puck, he was trying to get the max distance. Oh.
No, that's really unfortunate here. Look at Ice. He just wants to play Dota, man. He just wants to play Dota. Sorry, internet shop. That's like kind of the rough thing. Sorry guys, we ran out of time here on the internet shop. We need to go give them more Filipino pesos here so we can continue playing.
No,
there we go.
Don't worry, guys. So that Puck.
Oh no, you know, and I hope they don't say the name either, because unfortunately, you know, internet shops. What is going on here? 4 times combo here for DJ. You know, I don't even want to say it. Actually, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence because I don't want people to dox them. You know, Adroit, they're playing for the major here, and they definitely earned their chance, right? Completely.
Even if they lose here, they can still play. They also have another match to play. That will get them to the major.
Yes, and luckily the match is tomorrow, so hopefully, you know, they haven't had any issues whatsoever previously. So hopefully tomorrow it kind of goes back to normal. But yeah, that's pretty tough for these guys for sure.
So which lane do you think is gonna be? Oh, there we go. Man. And again, that's another like 10 seconds going to be added to that pause timer.
Yeah, that's their mid lane Mac as well. That always doesn't help either because he's going to come back and need to start CSing here just immediately.
Well, GB is just doing better. Again, with that Spirit Siphon, Mac comes close. He's like, all right, well, I can't stay too close because that's damage. Healed, and I have to bring out more regen. So he is losing this mid lane by quite a bit, actually. 500 gold already. So and she's got no 2 null talismans. It's gonna be hard for him to skew her in, and even if he does, until he has RP, you know, you skew her in, she'll Spirit Siphon, and she'll have her HP regen. So, oh, 1 more minute for Team Adroit.
There's the admin here giving his insight, as he's trying to be as transparent as possible before the hate threads appear on Reddit for his name, crying for his head.
You know, there'll be a petition signed by everyone that we should have his head on a spike.
That's true. By the end of the day, it's like that's kind of the job as an admin. Unfortunately, is, you know, you'll be doing a perfect job. Everything is going fantastic. We'll give him our time. Ice making the call. A man of the people, as the tips will begin pouring in for Ice. It's the least that they can do. I am March. But again, man of the people. Very nice for him. I take no blame. So it looks like Adroit will at least have another 10 minutes. I don't know the rules off the top of my head here, but hopefully it is per game and not per series, because I do suspect that it's not going to be just this game that we have the issue.
Well, they're all back, so they can't resume. But yeah, no more pause time is allowed for Adroit. All pause time is now on Fnatic's 10 minutes. What? That is pretty nice of them.
That is extremely nice for them. Now, on the rare case that Fnatic start having internet issues, though, the admin
Adroit will be like, unpause.
They can't pause it in case we all run out of time. You know, we're just gonna have to play like some abandoned Dota. Can you abandon an official? Is that a thing? If you don't earn XP, will you get an abandon and have to play low prio?
No, because these are considered like practice lobbies.
Okay.
Same thing as a demo. Yeah.
Could you imagine? You have to play low prio, you know, at the ESL LAN. You have to.
Okay, but people ask you, how are you in low priority? Oh, I abandoned during a major.
I abandoned during the major, and so now I have to play. Oh, geez, what's like a terrible? Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so now we're going to be here on Fnatic's time as a reminder. But yeah, what would be like a low prio match for like a major for pros? It would be Jeez, you have to play, but Twitch chat gets to decide on your item builds. There we go.
Oh, well, then you're guaranteed to win.
Then you're guaranteed to win. That's the
There you
benefit,
go.
isn't it? Yeah.
So
Exactly
what are we
right.
looking at here right now? Dire side, Mac. He's stacked. He's gonna go get some of those creeps. The lane's a bit hard for him, and there you go. Again, the admin telling him this boss coming from your time. Nothing more you can do really as an admin.
Yep.
I say that a lot because I feel like, no matter what we say, the poor guy's still gonna get some blame.
No, that's what I mean. It's like the classic Western sort of TV cop shows. Like, I need your gun and badge by the end of the day, right? For like I was saying this joke before Ice rudely interrupted me. But it's like as an admin, anytime something goes wrong, the manager comes into your office and goes, okay, well, we need your head on a stick by the end of the day. Thank you very much. It's just.
I got the mayor breathing down my neck.
The DA and the mayor and Reddit Dota 2, all those 10k MMR, they're breathing down my neck. I demand your head on a stick right now. It's just like some
Karen
delicious.
is complaining about you all day.
Oh my God, you're right. Those Redditors are like Karens. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, we have, another disconnect. I was hoping that would be a reconnect, but looks like even the internet cafe is having issues.
This game. And chat's caring about their refund from the bets. They're like, well, I mean, does it count as a bet if the game is forfeited?
Who knows? But we're all back in the game. We're all back in the game.
Go.
So it looks like we're gonna get good to go. Is not wasting any pause time whatsoever.
This game. Oof. All right, well, yeah, Mac, he is forced to. I mean, he's not forced. Obviously, it's something you do want to do as a Magus. You stack, you go, you farm within power. He farms incredibly fast, but being behind a Death Prophet, a tempo hero. Death Prophet, to be fair, late game she does start falling off a little bit here and there, but getting this great start that she's having, something to be a bit worried about. Yeah, super great siphon on the mid lane. Courier being picked off by DJ.
Yeah, he's gonna find it and he's gonna murder it. Now we're finally get our second round of bounty runes. I think 20 minutes, pretty close to 20 minutes in this game. We're gonna get bounty runes beginning to spawn in for the first time, for the second time actually. DJ looks like. What's up?
Yeah, Ice actually kind of beating Natsumi at the top lane as well. You can see on the course, Natsumi's way behind. Well, not way behind, but lowest on the course because every time, Ice Guardian sprints, goes and bashes him in the face.
Bot lane, Bach ends up getting killed. He tries to man fight 23 Savage. Does not end up too well for him, and jabs with the magic burst is there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so just Natsumi having kind of a never before seen relatively bad laning stage for him so far. He has plenty of time to recover, of course. But Bob actually dying bottom lane, not on the Enchantress, which was banned. And you never see, I don't think you see a lot of PLs with the Orb of Venom.
Fortified their structures.
Helps a lot in bringing him down.
Heroes.
Indeed. Top lane, that's
I'm kind of worried.
Look at he's farming under the tower here.
Oh, Courier!
Oh no, the Courier, run, little guy! It's okay. He delivered the items. He's done his job.
Died nobly for it as well.
He really did. Who's this, Mag? Really low. Oh, he's probably farming out. No, the Shaker actually tried to find him. The rotation came out a little bit too quick. Already level 6 here on Moon. 40 and 13. Fortify will get forced out here. This team is right. Be okay. They keep baiting me with all the low HP heroes. Bach, however, they've moved away from the lane. His jab's in some trouble out from Boom. We've got a Illusory Orb here in another 2 seconds. Soul Ring is up on Bach, so could try and go for the fires. But he actually doesn't have any vision there anymore. Look back mid lane here. The tower has now fallen, but however, you can skewer across the fissure. Yeah, but that's a tower down really early.
Boom is in trouble here.
Really, like it's, yeah, jabs. The Illusory Orb is going to be just off. Here go Moon. He's going to start contesting the stack now, trying to steal some shit. He's just going to run up to him and just... Oh, that's actually potentially a kill here. It is level 4 Spirit Siphon though, which is actually a pretty terrifying thing.
Boomy.
Yeah, Boomy will die down bottom.
But jabs in return?
Ooh, yes, actually, they're going to catch him just with the Fire Spell. Didn't look like he was quite in it. top lane against Natsumi, just trying to survive here against Ice Ice Ice. I think everyone's just going to be farming up in this top lane. Occasionally, every 4th hit, maybe Ice 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 is going to go up and dash Natsumi. The mid lane, look how aggressive Fnatic are currently being here. They're past already where the tier 1 used to be. 7 minutes into the game, already contesting just outside of the tier 2 is really aggressive.
Even though Moon's doing an amazing job in this mid lane, Mac is still level 7. Like he can just go to lane, get an RP, and recover from a couple of kills like that. It's just gonna be like a tougher situation to be in because you never want to be behind and forced to make a move like that. Well, bottom lane though, Box level 6. He's actually the highest net worth on his team, and that's pretty good. He will probably be the hero that the other supports group around and try to make space with. So, oh, Moon's here though.
There's going to be a gang. Oh, goodness. Yeah, alright. So there's going to be a second exorcism here. Quite fast. Not able to catch the puck, but that's a very easy kill onto Bach. As the little phoenixes will run around. Whoa,
I mean the exorcism ghosts, yes.
No, they're phoenixes, dude. It's a beautiful skin, but these are definitely phoenixes. You're blind if you can't see it.
So Ice holding the top lane pretty well so far. Natsumi falling a little, further and further behind. And there goes my favorite item, Shovel. He uses it instantly, gets a bounty ruin.
Very nice.
I love 23 Savage. I love him.
Actually, mid lane. I was looking for him bottom, but he's not there anymore. 2 Wraith fans, power treads. He's farming in the mid lane.
With a shovel, by the way. He actually uses the shovel, sends it back to base for someone else to pick it up because he didn't want to waste any time for it to be on cooldown.
Of course not. It's going to be another kill here onto Bach down bottom.
That's so efficient, by the way. Like, Fnatic's so efficient. It's those small things that make a difference over time.
Oh, they're running RP onto the 23 Savage. It's just out of range. Can't quite catch him. It'll get canceled. I can't help but imagine that Adroit are also playing with some sort of lag, some sort of higher ping than what they're used to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's taking like 12 minutes of pause time has been used just for this, and Natsumi top takes a few hits, but should be fine.
Yep.
Mac.
Look at this Moon is so great. They even got a ward here, but even Mac, what can they do? They're just gonna get harassed away. Moon just taking away all these camps, And runes. It's going to be 4 runes, 4 bounties here for Fnatic as well. Just playing very clean.
And both the outposts as well.
Yeah, you are correct actually there at the 10-minute mark. Outpost controlled by the Radiants.
Fnatic certainly a little bit, with the Death Prophet, you would like to play quite tempo if you can. Make sure the enemy team is losing towers and just having a hard time, and they are. Mac on the Magnus, he's close. Oh, not that close to the Echo Saver, but he's going to go for the Echo Saver first, which means you don't have to worry about that blink RP for some time.
He's able to man fight against these PL illusions for now, and will be able to because he's pretty close to the Echo Saber. I think he might get it just before the Diffusal comes up, but as soon as that Diffusal's up, you cannot really afford to do that too much longer.
Still, Fnatic. What are you gonna go with? Moon has his Exorcism available. I imagine it's just you just want to take these towers. Exorcism tower, Exorcism tower.
Yep.
Very defensive wards from Adroit's side. They just want to sort of see anyone who's going into their triangle.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at this point, right? Look at Moon. He's going to be probably diving Bach here. Not quite enough damage as 2 TPs will come through. Mac will cancel his continued farm, but now they don't have a TP up top lane for Natsumi. Ice knows this, so he's just going to casually walk into this tower, bash him, and then leave. Mid lane, though, there's going to be a leash here onto the Earth's Spirit, or Shaker, sorry. And actually, they're going to turn Echo Slam, and okay, goodbye, Boomy, as the creep were all nearby. 6 times combo for 681 damage. Thank you very much.
That's getting close to the Blink Dagger as well. And, I mean, I like the Echo Saber on nice, but I can't but think, man, you're kind of losing, right now. It's 6-1, 6k behind at 12 minutes. A Blink RP could be the thing that brings you back, but he is gonna, you get the Echo Saber, you farm quite a bit faster, and maybe all the other items will fall in place.
Yeah. I mean, we're still only 12 minutes in. You get the blink early on. They're dead for what, 30 seconds? Compared to the farm that you would get maybe from the Echoes. I got to imagine that's got to be some mental math that he's doing.
Like
trying to think which one would be more efficient here, but tough game for sure for Adroit. Unfortunately, they did have to forfeit game 1 due to their internet issues here, and have not set themselves up too well for game number 2 here. Unfortunately, their internet, I imagine, still playing a part in that. Not to mention, they don't seem to be playing from their boot camp or their team house or whatever. They seem to be playing at an internet cafe as well, so that's another degree of difficulty added on. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see those. I think we had a smoke. Maybe it's just an invis rune here onto Mac. But hey, there's the Echo Saber completed. Natsumi getting the Empower buff, and they're gonna try and just maintain some control over the jungle. They've got to contest Fnatic whenever they come in. I mean, here's just 23 Savage casually farming right next to the enemy tier 2 tower, but with an Oracle right next to him that has just left, they can kind of afford this. And here goes the Exorcism bot lane. They actually use the Fortify aggressively, so Adroit will use one as well. Why not? But Ice underneath the tower. Nice silence comes in just before the TP Malice complete. That's a very good Winter Wyvern ulti, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. The Ghosts, they operate a bit differently, so they only target enemies. That's the rule.
I think that's an interesting mechanic to actually learn. Like, oh, I wonder though if you had ultied the Winter the DP would make a difference. I don't think so. It's probably exactly the same.
It's exactly the same, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a rude awakening. Like, oh, so it works like this.
Yeah.
Now I know. Why did we pick Winter Wyvern again?
I mean, they picked it in the first phase. They're going for some water heroes. They were going to go for the no leg strat, but then they picked Mac, and he's got, what, 4 legs? He's got a lot of legs on that man. He is a massive boy. As bot lane, I think they've caught one here. Ooh, silence does not come out in time, but the fissure will. Oh, they're going to get him with that Fortune's End, though. Oh, but the heal. He gets off at least 2 ticks of heal, which are going to be enough for him not to die to the Fortune's End, but mid lane, Natsumi getting harassed here. He's got more strength, though, so I don't think Ice is quite going to be able to kill him.
So Adroit, the current win condition also just to stall the game out. It's wishful thinking that they will have like some sort of hero moving around the map.
Echo Slam? Echo Slam onto Natsumi. That must have been the Blink Dagger reveal. I heard it. I looked away for just a second. Oh, yep, there we go. It's just 353 damage done, and that was enough. Looks like the leash will break here. Very good skewer. Isn't going to be enough damage. Out comes the ulti, the RP a little bit too late here if they want to get the kill onto him. That's Ice. Not going to be able to get the crush here onto Boomy. Trying to pump in the damage here onto DJ. Is he going to live? He is! And gets the blink away thanks to how the ulti works. Now Mac lost in trouble. The crush. Oh, nice silence as well. Out from the fissure. They might actually be able to get DJ as Mac is able to successfully retreat. So they did still lose Natsumi. Sorry, as now look at the damage here onto Boomy. Cold Embrace. He's just going to set up. Yeah, Ice. Patiently waiting. There's the silence into the bash. DJ jumping back in, but ultimately the kill will go to Moon. Sorry.
Can you imagine? He's like, thanks for the heal, man. Really?
I mean, what else is he supposed to do? He's silenced. He had a bash ready in 1 hit anyway, so it's tough.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, they did get 1 kill. Sure, it's on the Oracle, but you just doubled your kills. So, you know what? Must be something to feel on the scoreboard. And again, it's a hard game because you have to RP sort of the Oracle and someone else, which is what he did. He skewered the Slaughter out of the coil, then he's like, alright, I'll try and RP him with the Oracle. It was already too late because, you know, Oracle had used his false promise, I believe.
Oh, nice silence here into the mag. Out from Fortune's End. Nice root, though. They're going to try and suck him in for a second one. Not going to quite be able to snag it, though. Top lane, 23 Savage. Nope. Diffusal? Diffusal. Okay, so Diffusal's up, going to the Manta Max, so get Boomy's mana disappear. He's going to go onto the bot lane. Sumi still will be able to get off the strength gain, though, or the attribute shift.
I'm a big fan of this Hood of Defiance on the PL. You know, you're up against a lot of magic damage, and it really helps a lot. HP regen, illusions will be a lot tankier. You can't just burst them down.
They're going to need very nice Ice. Oh, no, they're thinking about it because their 4 heroes top lane. They did get the D word, so, you know, Adroit don't really have that intelligence, and they know that there's a tier 1 still available, and heroes could be TPing to it, which they are. Moon will be the first. You got the Blink Dagger, the Ewers, who will catch the Underlord here. Put a Malice, will come out. Silence! As if someone was in the trees just preempting the Ewers. I think they have the kill onto bot regardless, even with the mechanism. They're going to drop the leash. CML coming through. Got got the ulti here onto the Slaughter. Ice can get a few hits here onto Moon. There's the Splinter Blast still not enough. The DJ ready for the slam. Here it comes. Izzy now onto the puck. Boomy, Mac, not that actually off. They're getting with the Crypt Storm. And actually, the Morphling. Oh, the pause right in the middle. What a perfect fissure, though. Ice. He's going to be able to at least get something done here, but it looks like they will get the kill here onto DJ as we wait for the combo to go. But it was a very good Echo Slam, only onto the creeps and to the puck, though.
Yeah, I mean, still they bursted him out, and they're probably going to get the ES here. Right?
Yeah, easily. Here they go now onto the Morph. He actually morphed back into the ES, and they will have the silence to keep him in that form there. From there, it's an easy kill. Now Mac cannot get skewer away. It's off cooldown anyway, so Moon running him down with the Orca ulti. Yeah, GG is called. And Jabs will steal the Rampage, but unfortunately Adroit, they just not get it done here. Very unfortunate for these guys, as they will